Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sunday, the day before Labor Day, and as you know, we've been doing these weekly videos for quite a while, and usually I'm interviewing one of our parishioners, but today I wanted to interview one of my cats. This is Frankie right here. His sister Benedicta is sleeping somewhere over there. They have a rough life. They sleep like 16 hours a day. But Frankie's a good guy, and sometimes if you drive by where the American flag is and you go by slow by these double doors, the rocking chairs here, you'll often see their faces peering out of the little windows here. But I wanted to introduce them to you, and I wanted to say just 3 things for you for this week. First of all, I hope everyone had a good summer. It's been a bit of a crazy summer, I think, for most of us. But for the little kids out there, you know, I always found at the end of summer, I was always kind of bummed. I loved the long days of summer and playing with my friends, and then you have to go back to school. And but I love school, and I hope all of our young people love school as well. And I'm very happy to report that at our school right across the way from me here, we have 27 new families who have signed their children up at school. And they had an orientation last week, and classes will begin on Wednesday. But I'm really happy. We actually maxed out on the number of our classes for this year. We have too many kids. We have a waiting list for some of the grade levels, which is great. And speaking of new families and stuff like that, over the past year that I've been here, we've been averaging about 10 new families registering in our parish. So over 120 since I've been here have registered in our parish to join our St. Elizabeth's family. And I want to thank all of you parishioners for always being so warm and welcoming. That's really made the difference here. So that was my first point about school starting. I feel bad for the kids, but also happy for them. It's always an exciting time to meet new friends, to learn new things. And the second thing I wanted to talk about, speaking of new things, and Frankie, you're staying here. Speaking of new things, our Director of Communications came up with this idea, Kathy, which I know you've met her before, but she came up with this wonderful idea to have a Grandparents' Day celebrated at our parish. So next weekend, we got this really cool, like, Polaroid camera type of thing, and we're going to take pictures at masses over of grandparents with their children, with their grandchildren. You could do family photo, and we got a great frame, which Frankie, could you go inside and get the frame for me? No, he's not going to do that. He'll run away if I let him go. But we have this wonderful frame that'll be a keepsake for you. You can put in the picture, a little Polaroid picture you're going to have. And it's going to be a fun weekend. I think as a church we need to have some fun and smiles. It's really been very difficult, and this message is probably more for all of you adults out there. You've heard my homily from mid-August. You heard Father Vincent preach last week about it. You know, we're just as devastated and saddened by all of the news that's come out. But we're also very hopeful, and we know our Lord is in charge of our church, and we know that ultimately this will be a purifying moment and things will get a lot better. But we're sorry and we're sad. And to respond to all of your concerns and issues and everything, next Sunday night, September 9th, right after the 6:15 Mass, so that's at 7 p.m., we're going to have a special service. It's going to be a little bit of prayer, adoration, little reflection that I'll give to everyone, and then questions and answers. And we'll try to, as a family that we are at St. Elizabeth, you know, try to make sense out of all of this. So we love you very much. As you know, Father Carlos, Father Vincent, Deacon Andy, Deacon Steve, we're all here to serve you. We appreciate your support, your unconditional, loving support. And so before this little guy escapes on me, I'm just going to say, have a great Labor Day, great week back at school, and God bless you all. And thanks for always tuning in. Bye-bye. Say bye, Frankie. Say bye-bye. Bye. Okay, buddy.